Hello? Yeah, this is life calling. It's time to have some kids. Yeah, this is just life. I just wanted to leave you a message to let you know that it's time to have kids. It's just that time. So yeah, if you could just give life a call back at some point. Alright, thank you.
SCRAMASSS, what it do?
What up, man?
What up?
So, in this video, we're gonna talk about the ups and downs of going through an ectopic pregnancy and sort of the emotional journey and the road back to trying to have a baby again. We are not going to be shaken. We'll get into exactly what happened in our experience, but basically it is a positive take on what it's like to go through an ectopic pregnancy, but then how you can transition out of it and move forward and get ready to try again. So we're also gonna talk about some of the products that helped us conceive the first time, one being the ovulation test, and we also will talk about pre-seed a little bit. So they helped us conceive the first time. We've returned to these products again, along with prayer, obviously, as we try again to have a baby. But SCRAMASSS, I'm glad y'all are back. Happy Easter. Let's go.
Happy Easter.
We back. Let's go.
It has been too long, but we back. So it is become apparent that we are going to try to have a baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, let's first say we've been married, going on about to be our 3rd anniversary next month. You always feel the pressure immediately after you get married. When are you having a baby? When's the baby next?
Well, it's not pressure, but it's like people
Pressure.
start to ask, you know, like now that the wedding is over, you guys been married for a few years, when's the baby? So we've decided that we are going to try to have a baby. But in this one, we'll kind of walk through. We actually, so last year, at the end of last year, we informally decided we were gonna try to have a baby but not really tell anybody. And a strange event occurred because we actually got pregnant and didn't realize we were pregnant for like 6 weeks basically. And then went into the doctor and we had a life-altering event occur where Rachel had an ectopic pregnancy.
But we don't want to be sad about it.
So we're not, for those that don't know, an ectopic pregnancy is when, I'm not a doctor, but it's my understanding it's when the egg is stuck in the fallopian tube or the embryo and it doesn't all the way make it all the way down into the womb, so you basically can't deliver the baby because it'll just get big in the fallopian tube and rupture. So unfortunately, we didn't know we were pregnant, so then we went to the gynecologist who did the ultrasound and they couldn't find the baby, and then they thought they saw something in the wrong spot. Fast forward, it's the same day, so we basically get the news, Rachel takes the test, we're pregnant. A week later we go to the doctor basically, and the doctor says they can't find it, we need to go to the emergency room. This is all on the same day, so we are thinking we're going to the doctor to
find out we're
officially
pregnant.
So we're all like cloud nine, oh man, we're about to like find out we're gonna be parents, we're having a baby, like this is all happening, and then the doctor's appointment turns very dark. Or not dark, but it turns sad because we basically have to go to the emergency room that same day.
Mind you, they didn't explain what an ectopic pregnancy was, so I'd never heard of it before.
Right.
They just spooked us and was like, you guys have to go to the emergency room right away.
Right.
So we had to Google it on the way there because I had no idea what that meant. I mean, they kind of explained it a little bit. They just said that the baby was not where it should be, and I didn't understand what that meant, so.
Right. Yeah. So once we got to the emergency room, then it was like one thing after another. Like, so apparently if you have an ectopic pregnancy, there's a window of time where you can get a shot that basically it does terminate the pregnancy, but then you can like just do the shot and kind of recover and then retry again. but we had passed that window of time, so we actually, Rachel had to undergo surgery that same day, which ends up actually removing a fallopian tube. So when you don't really expect something, then all of a sudden you kind of go up. So it was like we didn't really expect that we were actually gonna get pregnant.
No, not at all.
And then
I randomly took a test.
Right.
I didn't even I didn't miss a period or anything like that. I just randomly was like, oh, let me just take a test. And then it was pregnant. Then we went and got another test just to confirm it, and it kept saying I was pregnant. So then of course you have to go to the doctor to get it confirmed.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Right. And it's like an emotional roller coaster because obviously you don't expect it. Then you're like way up high. And then you go to a doctor's appointment like that where you end up in an emergency room, and it was just it's not what you expect. And all this happens it all happened in one day. So it was basically like woke up at 9 a.m. thinking you're going to the doctor to get excited about it. And then, we basically were back at home at 11 p.m. and it was like a whole different feeling. Like it was just like this yay to whoa, that escalated on us fast. So oh, talk about the signs of because the stuff that you were experiencing, because it wasn't ectopic, but you were spotting, right?
Yeah, so it was weird because I had a period, or what I thought was a period, but I guess it wasn't. I was spotting the week of, because my appointment wasn't until Thursday, and earlier that week, I think that Monday, Tuesday, I was spotting, and I got a little nervous thinking that something was wrong, or if I didn't know if it was a period, I don't know what it was. But by the time that we were going to the doctor's appointment, I was bleeding a lot. So luckily we got there when we did, because if we would have waited any longer, it could have ruptured and I could have been, severely hurt.
All in all, Rachel's healthy. We're here today. This was 4 months ago. So we've decided to share that story because a lot of times when people announce their pregnancy, they don't talk about some of the heartache and things that they had to go through to get to that moment. So while we were still before actually being pregnant, but after that moment, we did want to share, especially with it being Easter today. I don't know, it's just something about just leaving that stuff in the past, right, and going into a brighter future.
We've reached the safe mark where we can try to start having again.
Right. So before we started trying to get pregnant last year, we got 2 products that apparently work, and those products are, we were using these ovulation sticks, and they basically detect when you are ovulating, and they worked really well that first round. Like I said, unfortunately we had the ectopic, but it did work. The other product,
well, hold on, in this ovulation test kit, it comes with 50 of the ovulation sticks, and then there's 20 of the pregnancy sticks, so you can test to see if you're pregnant. So it was actually a really good deal. I think it was only what, $20 or something?
Amazon.
Yeah, the reviews were really good, so we tried it out, and
so these do work.
Yeah.
So, and then we also used pre-seed last time. TMI. So we tried pre-seed. That also worked, you know what I mean? Pre-seed is basically a fertility. Pre-seed is basically.
This is the commercial. Pre-seed.
Pre-seed. Now, pre-seed basically just helps make sure that the sperm meets the egg, so it helps move things along. It's basically there to but it does it in a safe way. It's basically made in a way that doesn't harm the egg or the sperm, but allows things to just move, so you can try to conceive. There's no exact science, and
Yeah.
But again, it can hurt, so you might as well throw it with your prayers out there and let it rain on me. But we thought it was important to bring these products up because we're gonna try to use them again. But now after the ectopic pregnancy, we're gonna use the products again and kind of review them, obviously, as we, we are stepping out on faith on this one.
No pressure.
There's really no pressure, and we just believe in it.
If it happens,
you have to just believe. Yeah. It's really just, some things are just out of our control in this life. But, we're going to do everything we can do on this side and just, hope for the best. 2019, we still coming for you.
If you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe it's not always gonna be these kind of stories, but
Nah. As you can see from the past videos, this is the first time we really got on some like deep topic.
Yeah.
But it was important to make sure that we keep it 100% authentic with y'all, man. It's not always like blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta really.
gotta be real.
You gotta be real, like, so from
Yeah.
time to time we'll drop these real ones because it's. I don't want y'all to think
Yeah.
we're just out here just like.
But we also didn't want it to be like a sad,
yeah.
emotional thing.
Yeah.
Because
It's positive.
Yeah.
We're all moving forward.
and here's Spartacus.
Boss say what it do
What it do?
to the crew.
Oh, and Maui doesn't have her cast anymore.
Mal, no cast, Mal. Wow.
She's back to normal.
Back to normal, looking clean, ready for anything. Alright, y'all. Till the next time.
Till the day